right. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. This is Jennifer. I'm Jennifer with One Crafty Sister, and I just want to welcome you to Tuesday Nights Live. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you tonight. First of all, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, whether you are tuning in for the live class, free online class, or if you're watching the replay here on Facebook or on YouTube. Either way, any of those ways that you have found yourself here, thank you for being here. And I hope that you are inspired by some of the projects that I share tonight, because I am inspired by seeing other people's projects. And some of them tonight were inspired by some other crafters out there in the crafty world. So I'm just happy to come here and share these projects with you tonight and tell you a little bit about what's going on in the Stampin' Up world and the One Crafty Sister world. First of all, I have to show you, I have this fun pumpkin shirt on today. Oh, hi, Jean and Brandy. It's mother-daughter night. Yay! I have this pumpkin shirt on because at work today, at the hospital, the legal services department had a pumpkin decorating contest. And I should have had it where I could pop up my picture. I'll have to post it on social media, so on here on Facebook, so you guys can see. So we made a fun pumpkin, and I made a really cool hat for our pumpkin. We made a really kind of pretty witch. But I used this fun paper from our Halloween scrapbooking line. Her hat was made with this paper. And then also, let's see, the purple one. Where's the other one? Purple polka dots. Yes, purple polka dots. These two pieces of paper. And so I made a hat with that, and put a whole bunch of flowers, like just kind of silk flowers all over it, and made the cutest pumpkin hat. And then one of the other girls on our team, we kind of had this all planned out. She painted the pumpkin like a kind of light lavender. And then we got the biggest bushy eyelashes for them. Like, we put 4 eyelashes for just 2 eyelashes. So we put these big, beautiful, bushy eyelashes on her. And then we gave her 1 rhinestone wart, but she had to have a pretty wart. And then she got these really cool little spider and spiderweb earrings stuck into her for her earrings. But it was so fun, and ours was so pretty. I thought we were gonna win until I saw some of the other ones. There were 4 of them total, and one team made a cheeseburger and french fries with their pumpkin, and another team made a judge with a gavel. Like, it was really cool because it was a bunch of attorneys, so they were really right on kind of trend with their industry. And then someone made a Where's Waldo pumpkin. So they didn't carve or do anything, but he had a red and white striped shirt on and the glasses and the hat. It was really funny. Anyway, it was super fun. So I'm having fun wearing one of my fall shirts tonight. Hi, Karen Geckler. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live, and the rest of you. So let's get started. Thank you for being here. Tonight is my Tuesday Night Live free online crafting class. So I'm calling it a crafting class tonight instead of a card class, because I'm going to make 3 cards and 1 non-card. So it's really just crafting. And so this is a free class, but if you love what I make tonight, you can get the kit with all the paper supplies to make these projects for free, sent straight to you if you're in the US, in the United States. So all you have to do is place an online order of $40 or more in my online store. That link is in the video description here, and using the host code. And you will receive the kit in the mail the following week with all the paper supplies cut and ready for you to assemble. Now, there'll be some things you need to do, like you might have to trim some things out or something. You will need your own stamps, your own inks, your own adhesive, and your own bling. There's some things I can't send in that package because it just wouldn't make sense for me to send. You'll see. Like one thing, you're going to have your own. I can't really send it to you. But you will get all 4 project supplies, as well as a PDF is being emailed out to my email subscribers tomorrow. So if you're not on my email list yet and you want to get my weekly free tutorials, then you'll want to make sure that you're subscribed, and that link is also in the video description. So let's get to crafting, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about some other things. Oh, hi, Chris. I miss you, Chris. You're so far away from Florida. Hi, Kathy. Okay. All right. So first off tonight, we have our non-card project. And I have to tell you, I saw this project on some random, not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but another craft video, like a reel today, because I had one more project that I wasn't planned for, and I saw this, and sometimes I like it when I can kind of do things on the fly, and this was really fun. So this is a little pocket that you can take and stick maybe a Christmas gift of money in. Oh, look at that. That goes perfectly in there. Okay. You can see a little bit what's in there, so you might want to wrap it with a piece of tissue paper. You could also throw some candies down in there. And it Velcros shut. So you have this really cute Christmas tree decorated that is perfect. You can put a gift card in there and candy. Just a lot of fun things that you could do with this for Christmas, you know, because it's a Christmas tree. Now, I made a couple mistakes over here. Don't look over here when I was making it, but I said, it's okay. I'm going to make another one on the live, and I will fix the thing that I did wrong, and you won't really notice it, and you probably wouldn't have noticed it unless I pointed it out. But this is some beautiful, sparkly glimmer paper or shimmer paper. Let's see, what exactly do we call this? This is our 22-24 in color glimmer specialty paper. Okay, and so this comes in peach pie, petunia pop, pretty in pink, shy shamrock, and summer splash. Those don't sound very Christmassy, do they? But guess what? This is shy shamrock, which I'm using for the tree, and this is peach pie, which just looks like a really beautiful gold. So the two of them together make a perfect little Christmas project. So in addition to a square of this, and you don't have to worry about measurements, I'm going to email those out tomorrow. So just make sure you're on my email list to get the tutorial with pictures and measurements and everything. But you'll have a square of your glimmer paper. You also need a couple other things. I cut out this fun kind of starburst from the Round We Go dies. So it's this one here. I also cut out this circle from the Round We Go dies. And then I have this star as well. You can see I kind of have a multi-layer there. And that is using a star from the Merriest Trees, which is a great Christmas set. This is one that carried over from last year, and I love it because it has this great tag. It has beautiful trees in different sizes, and you can layer them, or it's just really pretty. So if you haven't looked at the Merriest Trees dies and stamp set, you should check that out. But those are the main paper pieces, and then you need some ribbon. And I used this very beautiful, very vanilla satin ribbon because I wanted kind of a big bow. And I'm going to show you how I made that bow. But first off, we are going to make our little tree. So what I did, I will tell you, I'm going to kind of reinforce what I did. I used Terran tape, but I did feel like, as you can see, it's kind of like not sticking well to here. So I think what I'm going to do is use Terran tape, but also add some liquid adhesive to it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to fold this over to basically bring the pieces together in the center with a point at the top. Now I'm going to put the Terran tape up here. And just sometimes some adhesives just need a little more support when you are using glitter paper. It's just enough coarse that it needs a little help. Okay. So let's go ahead and take that off. By the way, this is one of Clover's favorite things right now, and it's really bad. If you have ever seen like an animal that is freaking out trying to scarf down a chicken wing when you're going after it, that is what Clover looks like with a piece of this in her mouth. And so I have really had to just kick her out because she's going to end up going to the hospital because she needs intestinal impaction surgery or something, you know? Okay, so let me add some liquid glue to this because I just kind of want to, I'm using both. So I get a little bit of instant adhesion and then so I'm going to hold that down for a minute and just try to push some. All right. Of course, now I have glue all over myself and on the inside. That's why I didn't really want to use liquid glue, but I did. All right. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm going to do a couple things. It needs a solid hold. So let me just take and hold this for a minute, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about, let's talk about this pretty bow. Now, you guys know I like my bows, so I'm going to put a bow on most of my projects because I just love them. So if you are, you know, in the group of people that doesn't always like to tie bows, I suggest that you find one of these bow makers. Now, this is just one version of them. Just search on the internet, bow maker. There are lots of options out there. I don't know if this paper likes the combination of the two adhesives. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm starting from scratch with another piece, and I'm going to do it just like I did this. I just think that actually probably Seal Plus would work, and I don't have any here, so we're going to see what we can do here. Now, I didn't have like a lot of time for this project to sit for me to see how it goes together. But you can also do this with not Glimmer paper as well. You can just do this with regular cardstock if you wanted to create something similar. I think what I'll do is I'll put Glimmer paper on both pieces so it kind of has something more to adhere to than just the Glimmer. So anyway, this is a bow maker, and it's adjustable for different widths of bows, and it comes in really handy if you aren't real confident making bows. So this one I've had for years. Actually gifted them at one of my retreats some time ago. Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. That is sticking much better with the two pieces. Okay, so that might not be a bad idea, is like sticking really well. So that's what I recommend doing, is using 2 pieces of tear and tape and putting it on both sides. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of fold this up. So this is the bottom, and it's going to fold up to create like a little envelope flap, and we need to secure it. So I've got some little, probably 1/4 inch Velcro dots that I had in my stash, and I'm just gonna take, and I just got these off of Amazon, pretty sure, for some other project. Take the adhesive off and place it there. Take the backing off this piece. Nails make these kind of things hard. Okay, there we go. And secure that in place. And now you have a little Velcro closure, so you can open and close your tree gift holder. Sometimes you just have to play with things. It had a wrinkle back there I didn't like. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that's one side. This is this side. Now we need to cut our little tree grooves in it. So I'm going to take my scissors and just go down and cut maybe 5 times. And then I'm going to flip it over so that I get the right angle and do the other side. That's what I didn't do when I did my first one, is I didn't flip it over, and so my angles were they were at the wrong angle, my little slits. Okay, now you could leave it like that. I actually took and trimmed out a little wedge so that you could see a little bit more that there was that slice there. So kind of like when you miter your boxes, if you're making a 3D project and you miter it, kind of doing that, just taking a little sliver out. Do the same thing on this side. So I just thought, I saw this video and I just thought that is so cute and something that anyone could really accomplish. Oops, I think I trimmed that one wrong. It's okay. There really isn't a wrong way. Okay, so there is that part. Now we need to decorate it. So first I created, I used this little burst because I wanted it to look like the star was really glowing on the top of the tree. I'm just going to add that with a mini glue dot. I'm putting it a little bit lower than the top, but that's okay because we're going to put this circle on there also with a glue dot. in the center. And then this little guy is going to go on a mini dimensional. All right, so there is the top, the little star. And now we need to make our bow. Let's set this aside. So we have, oh, I need to take those candies out. I'll forget they're in there. 5 months later, I'll find this tree with a bunch of old candies and I'll be all sad. Okay, so what I like to do is just kind of take a bunch of ribbon out like that. And I'm actually gonna keep a tail in my hand over here. And I'm gonna wrap this around twice. And I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't fold or turn, okay? And now what I'm gonna do is I have this tail over here in the end. And I have extra on here just because it's easier to show you guys. If I kept it smaller like I would use, you wouldn't be able to see it as well. So I'm going to take and cross it over the other tail. It's going to go underneath. So it's underneath the two bow pieces. And then I'm going to bring it over the top and I'm just going to tie a simple one tie like that and pull it to kind of pull it tight. You can kind of pull on each one and it'll shift the center of the bow a little. So you can see the bow there. And now I'm just going to pull it off and you can kind of separate each of the ears. And then we need to cut the ends. I like to flag them like a little banner flag. So if you feel like it needs to be tighter, just kind of pull on both of your ends and that will pull it tighter. So now we have that pretty bow that you didn't have to be a master bow maker to make. And we are going to just give some extra glue dots to hold this in place since it's kind of big. David asked me, do you think that bow is too big for that? And I'm like, what? That's not even possible. The star could be too big. That bow cannot be too big. Okay, so there is that little fun, oops, it's still there, gift card holder, treat holder, money envelope. You could set it right in the tree and it would be so sparkly it would catch all the lights. Okay. So starting off the night with a fun 3D project. And I tell you, that glue, doing the tear and tape like that is holding so well. So I think that that is the way to go. So you can see here where my single piece of tear and tape is still coming apart, but because it's stuck tear and tape to tear and tape, like this is not coming apart. So that's good to know. 2 pieces of tear and tape, 1 on each side, so the tear and tape sticks together. But I think this is super cute, and this is something you could even do like if you have family over at Thanksgiving, like if you, even with kids, like you could totally make these with kids. Would probably be hard with this kind of paper, but if you used regular cardstock, could so be fun. It is a pretty bow, huh? Yeah, Kathy, this little bow maker is magic, right? This little thing. It is magic. So what's cool about it is you can take these little dowels out and then make smaller bows or bigger bows. So that's the biggest. You could get some that are really big. So if you want to be able to also make like bows for wreaths and stuff like that, that's really fun. So there is our project number 1. Let's see. project number 2, before I put it up here, tell me in the comments who likes a pink Christmas card. Like, who likes to make a pink Christmas card? Do you like pink? This is a poll. Do you like a pink Christmas card? Now, you have seen over the last few weeks, and I'm really a more traditional girl, but I have made pink and purple snowmen. Look, I have them right here. So I've made purple snowman. I've made a light pink one somewhere. I've been making lots of kind of non-traditional colors. But, okay, Kathy, I know you like pink. Patience, pick me, pick me. Oh, you've never done it. Okay. All right, well, here is our pink card tonight. And it's a combination of a subtle pink of the bubble bath and then also berry burst to give it like a really, really kind of blingy border. Now, I did see another demonstrator, and I don't have her name. I will put her name in the credits of my video. She made one like this and had silver around it and used some different products, but I was really inspired by her beautiful card, and so I wanted to make it. And do you see these trees and how shiny they are? So shiny. And you are gonna want to know how to make that. And you can do this in other colors. So what I'm going to show you about how this is so cool can be done. You can do this in green or blue or any other color, but this is a really cool embossing folder that I used here called the Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. And so I embossed this piece, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. And did something really cool to it. So we are going to use the Peaceful Season stamp set on this. And of course I need the stylish shapes. These are really popular. If you don't have these yet, these are like an essential. And I used it to make this little banner here. And some fun bling. But let's go ahead and pull these pieces out and emboss this with our 3D embossing folder. So I have the cut and emboss right here. Let me get it set up for 3D embossing. So I've got the plate number 1 here, as you can see right there, plate number 1, and then I have plate number 4, which is the specialty gray folder, which is all you need with the 3D embossing folders. I'm going to scoot this out of the way just for a second. So I'm going to put this paper in here where the 2 trees on the left are kind of centered somewhat on my layer. Okay. I'm going to put that in, add the top plate, and crank that through. Okay. So now we have all of this gorgeous detail. Oh, I meant to do something before I did that. Darn it. I got so distracted by the pretty. That's okay. I meant to do some blending. You can do it afterwards, but I just didn't want the tree to pick up. I didn't want this detail on the tree to pick up the blending. So I'm going to try to be careful and not do that. So I am going to do some blending. I just got a piece of grid paper out here, and I have one of our larger blending brushes, and I'm just going to blend around to kind of give it that ethereal look. The bottom will pick up So when you blend over embossed detail, the raised embossing pieces will kind of pull some extra color, but that's okay. It's still gonna look pretty. So now you can see I kind of have like a little bit of a glow going on there. So I think we're done with that blending brush. And now we need to make it sparkly. So we are going to pull out some pearlized enamel effects. Now we have this in two different sets. So we have a set that comes with real red, black, and white. And so I'm going to use the white here. But we also have a set, that comes in silver, copper, and gold. And these are super fun. I've used the copper and the gold on some of my fall leaf projects on embossed layers, kind of using it over the top of the distressed tile embossing folder is really cool. And on leaves and stuff, there's just lots of pretty things you can do with it. What we're going to do, I'm just going to use the same thing I did when I did this. We're going to use some of this in a paintbrush. So I just have a little craft brush, and I'm going to just put a whole bunch there. This is just my dimensional sheet. I just wanted something that I knew I would eventually throw away. And I'm just going to pick some of this up, and I'm just going to like randomly go around the tree and just kind of lightly go over the raised parts so that I can add this shimmer to make it kind of look like snow. Now, I'm not trying to be perfect or get it everywhere. I'm just trying to go around pretending like I'm an artist, which I cannot paint anything. So I can paint a wall. I cannot like freehand draw or paint a scene. So don't ask me to do anything like that. But I can surely put some sparkly stuff on a embossed tree. All right. Almost. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm gonna just take a wet wipe here, since I'm not in the bathroom. What I am gonna do when I'm done is just go run this under water and clean this really well and then dry it, and it does not hurt your paintbrush, so you'll be able to use it again, because this is the same one I used when I made my sample, and you saw how nice and fluffy it was. Okay, so of course I now needed to add a little more sparkle. So I took one of my Winka Stellas, and this one is particularly leaky and juicy for some reason. So I'm gonna squeeze it and get some bigger bits on there. And just sprinkle it with Winka Stella. My lid is broken too. So now it's really dark, but it'll dry a little light, but you can see I've got all these pretty sparkles on here. So now we'll go ahead and prepare, while this is drying, we'll prepare the other pieces. So we have our card base. I have my banner here somewhere. Where did it go? I always lose at least one thing on a Facebook Live. All prepared, all the pieces there. I know I cut it. I remember doing it. Don't see it anywhere. Is it on the floor? I do not see it. Well, luckily for me, I have lots of paper and I can cut another one. I will find it later. Oh wait, I found it. There it is. It just fell out of my envelope. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp "Wishing You and Yours" on this banner. And we're going to stamp that in the bubble bath. Let's do that. Do it right over to kind of to the left, because I am going to cut the end off. I'm going to use my trimmer for a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to cut the end of this off. So I'm just going to kind of take just a little bit off, just that much. And this is going to be the mat behind there, but girl, I am not putting all this pretty glimmer behind a piece of paper. So I'm going to take and trim this down to a 1/2 inch, like a picture frame. So I'm just coming in a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to go down to a 1/2 inch. I'm going to turn it. I'm putting my paper at the 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to come now to a 1/2 inch in from the end. Come down there. I'm just going to work my way all the way around, and this is a great way to, I don't normally try to conserve a lot of paper, but I don't like to waste sparkles. I mean, sparkles need to be seen. Like, no one needs to put sparkles in the corner, right? And putting it behind something is basically putting baby in the corner. Okay, so now I have that piece that I can use on something else. And we will create our frame with that. And no sparkles were harmed during the filming of this video. Okay, this is not quite dry. Let's do the inside of our card. So on the inside I have, so it says "Wishing you and yours a season of wonder and happiness. Merry Christmas." So let's go ahead and do that stamping. I need some more blocks here. And I need my shimmy. Alright, so we need this Christmas. We're going to need that. We're going to need the Merry. And then we're going to need the "Wishing you," what is it? "A season of wonder and happiness," which is right here. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so on the inside, we'll bring that bubble bath back out here. Stamp that. I'm going to next stamp that big Christmas. And then the Merry. And then I have some little accent pieces for the inside. So I have a little piece of bubble bath and some of that glimmer. So I'm just going to take some liquid glue. And piece. Hopefully the other part is getting dry. I just kind of wanted to mimic the little tiny border that we're going to have on the front of the card on the inside. So there's the inside there. I think I'll do this by putting this on first. That paper is so sparkly. I love it. Look at how sparkly it is. And then I'll add some glue around the edge of this. Try to hold it down strategically around the edges. Sometimes it can just take a little longer, like when I was making that Christmas tree for the glue to adhere on these Glimmer papers. So you just gotta pay attention to that. All right, next up we have our sentiment. We're gonna add with a couple dimensionals, but I wanted to show you something, a little trick here, a little hack, if you will. Do you guys ever get frustrated with sentiments that you put up on dimensionals and then they're kind of flimsy, maybe a little bit? And you just want to do something quick with like maybe scraps that you have, okay? So one thing that you can do is take, like I have 1,000,001 of these little scraps from cutting down my basic white pieces. And what I'm going to do is just glue a couple. Oops, that's a little too long. Needs to be shorter than your piece. So I'm just going to glue a couple pieces on there, and what that's going to do is firm up this banner so that it's a little stronger. And you're going to put your dimensionals there, so you're not going to see it. No one's going to see it. No one's going to know you even did it. But it's going to make that banner stronger and not get wavy or anything. All right, so we're going to drop that there. And now we are going to add our bling. I am scissor blinging it. All right, and there we go. There is our very sparkly, very pink Christmas card. Hi, Melissa, welcome. All right, ready for some more? Ready for some more? I have a card that is inspired by a catalog project. Question is, oh, there it is. Can I find it in the catalog? Now, it was inspired by a catalog project, but then also inspired by a demonstrator. I actually saw a demonstrator make this first, let's see if I can find it. Oh, I bet it's on the to market. All right, maybe I won't find it now, but I'll tell you later which one it is. I'll share it with you because I don't exactly know where it's at. But it is the cutest little sign made out of paper and some cute stamps and a piece of wood look paper. Okay, so this is using some of that Halloween paper that I showed you earlier that I used on my pumpkin at the pumpkin decorating contest. And I will send all these linked items to you guys in tomorrow's email. So this is just a piece of striped paper. It's a pool party, and I'm going to adhere it onto this piece of pretty peacock. And remember, I'll be sending all the measurements out as well to my email subscribers. So make sure you're on my email list. Okay, just do that. I'm going to go ahead and just layer these two pieces for the inside. Just a simple matted piece of white cardstock for the inside. There we go. I've got that shimmer paint all over my fingers now. It took me all afternoon to get the hot glue off of my fingers from doing the flowers on the pumpkin today. I have two little 1/3 inch strips of cardstock that have been embossed using the hardwood 3D embossing folder. So you can see that it has all the fun detail. And I will put the name of the demonstrator as well that I was inspired by. I should have written it down before this and I didn't. Shame on me. Because it really was her project that I saw and I'm like, I really want to make it. She used some different colors, different paper and stuff. Let me go ahead and add that. But this is her card layout pretty much to the T because I'm like, it's so cute. And that's, that's okay for us to be inspired by each other and give credit where credit is due. So that's definitely, I always give credit to those who inspire me or who I might be casing a card, which casing is when we copy and share everything. I'm going to go ahead and, nope, I can't put those on just yet. I got to stamp first. All right, so I have this little piece of paper and this has been one of my favorite stamp sets, y'all. If you don't have this one more than Autumn, you've seen me use it a lot of times because I really like it. It's adorable. And we are going to use it again today. So mine says fall is the best season. We've been having fake fall here in Florida. That's when it, you're optimistic it feels like fall, but then we're going to be hot and sweaty later this week. So we call it fake fall because it's not really fall. Our seasons are weird here. We don't really have them. Okay, fall is the best season. Here we go. Oh, let me do this. I think I need to paint that word. I'm lining them all up on the stamp and stamping at the same time. This worked when I did the sample, so I'm thinking it's going to work today. we will see. And y'all make sure you stay on. We're going to make a fun fold card next. So you'll want to stay for that fun fold card. And some of your favorites, or maybe you haven't got them yet because they kept going out of stock. Some of the favorites are back in stock. The Take a Bow Designer Series paper, which I thought I had out to show you. Maybe I do not. And then also the Reindeer Days. Oh yeah, here it is. This cute Take a Bow paper. I've used it on my snow globe card, and I used some on my little Santa and gingerbread happiest stars or sweetest stars cards. So really cute patterns. And then also the adorable Reindeer Days is back in stock. I posted that today on Facebook for you guys to see that because they've been really popular. So now we're going to stamp these little kind of images here and there. Cute little things. Let's see, the pumpkin. We need some cinnamon sticks. So we'll do one and another. And then we need an apple and a heart. And then we'll be done with our stamping here. And then I'm going to color them in with blends, Stampin' Blends. All right. Let's go ahead and put these stamps back. These ones are easy to lose on your desk. They're tiny. Okay. So now I'm going to take out my Stampin' Blends and we're going to do a little bit of coloring real quick. Let's close that up. I think we're done with that. So I've got some pecan pie or pecan pie, the light, to color these cinnamon sticks. I chose Pool Party for my pumpkin. Oops, look at that. If that happens to your Stampin' Blends, sometimes it does, I just hold tight and hold tight here and pull on the lid instead of pulling on the barrel. I like teal pumpkins, so I wanted a Pool Party pumpkin. We've got some cherry cobbler for our apple. And I'm just coloring, I'm not blending. I just wanted these colored in. And a little bit of old olive for the leaf. And then some light pecan pie, not pecan pie, Pretty Peacock for the heart. Now when I did my sample, I had done dark Pretty Peacock and it was too dark. So then I came in with the light Pool Party and went over it, and that's how I got that kind of fun washed out effect. So it kind of works like the color lifter when you use a lighter color on it. So now I have those pieces all colored, those little stamped images. So now we need to adhere our little sign wood. So I'm just going to add just a little line of adhesive. I like to look at the back of this to make sure I've got it even. So that looks pretty even. Now we'll add a little line there. Looks pretty good. Now, this is supposed to be a sign hanging from this bow, okay? So what you're gonna do is take and tie a bow and kind of leave a little bit of tail length. So this is the black baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. It's essential for sure. I use this twine. It comes in 5 different colors and I use it often. It comes in these 5 colors. Very handy. Very, very handy. Okay, so what we're going to do is put a couple glue dots back here that we're going to attach the tails with. So I'm just going to take my scissors, whoops, and kind of lift one messily and put it there. It'll work. Whew. Okay, those are a little bit of a mess. I don't have my take your pick tool at the ready, which I should have used the little take your pick tool. Okay, so I'm going to put one on, and then I want to kind of make sure that they are about equal length. So I think that looks good. Maybe I want them a little spread out further. I'm just going to kind of yank it because I can. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, if you feel like it's too tall, just pull your little bow ears, your bunny ears, and make them a little bigger, and that will make these shorter. Okay, so now I'm going to take and secure the back with some dimensionals. That is not going to stay that way. I act like I never put on dimensionals before. And then we're going to add to our card front. We have one other thing to do. We're going to secure that little bow down on the card front. So you just need one more glue dot. And I kind of want it, I'm actually sticking on my finger and I'm rolling it up because I want just a little tiny thing behind this bow. So I'm just going to stick that there. And go like that. So then we have our cute little fall is the best season card. You could make a little sign like this for so many things, like a happy birthday. I just think signs are really cute. I use signs in my graphics a lot for my business, and so I just thought this was fun. So I plan on using this little idea on other things in the future. So don't be surprised when you see this layout again in the future. Okay, let's move on to our last card, which is a fun fold. I'm using the Winterly Treetops again because it's just so beautiful. And it opens up. It's a box card. So you can see there. It is a box card. So let me show you how we're going to make this. You need a piece of 12 by 5.5. So you do need to have 12 by 12 cardstock for this. And you need a few other pieces of designer series paper, which I have here, some basic white, and also some birds. Now these birds do not have coordinating dies, so I trimmed this out with scissors, and I'm going to show you real quick how I do that before I move on to this part. And some of you I know were on my team mystery stamping last night, and this was our project that we made for our mystery stamping. So you're going to be like, Jennifer, I saw this already. You did, but you'll see it again and it'll reinforce some of the things you learned last night on mystery stamping. So that's a fun once a month little Zoom event I do with my team, and you can join in no matter where you are in the United States. And I send out the measurements like a week in advance so that you can prepare your supplies. And so they're called the clues. So I sent out the clues, which said you needed a 12 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock that was scored in 4 different places. You needed those couple pieces of basic white and designer series paper, a circle, die, or punch, maybe some ribbon or twine, some coordinating designer series paper. And so what's fun about it is, and not everyone, because it makes people nervous sometimes to do mystery stamping. I think it's fun, but it does make some people nervous because they're like, how do I know what I'm doing? How can I pick out what it is I need if I don't know what it is I'm making? That's kind of part of the fun of it. But if you do bring your supplies, then at the end we've all made the same card with different supplies, and it's really cool to see all the different projects that can come out of a mystery stamping session when people stamp along. So if that's something that sounds fun and you're missing that kind of camaraderie in your life, I invite you to join my Stampin' Up team. We have a great special right now on the starter kit. You can get $155 of product for just $99 plus tax, no shipping. There's a cute little maple meowing at the door. But anyway, it is number one always, even when it's not discounted, the best bargain for anyone. And it gets you access to lots of fun things like invites to all of my Stampin' Up team events that we have throughout the year. So I would love to invite you to be part of that. If you are not already a demonstrator, we would love to have you. Okay, so we have this piece. Let's see how this thing goes together. Well, we're going to fold it first, and we have a couple other things to do. So first, I'm just going to take and burnish all of my score lines to give nice, good creases. And then we are going to take, and you can see already, this is how easy that card comes together, okay? The box, and it will fold down just like that and be a 4 by 5.25 inch card. But then when it opens, it will open up into a box. Now we need to cut our window out here. So we're going to actually take the cut and emboss again out and put the cutting plates on it this time and cut out a circle with our Stylish Shapes dies. So I think this is the size that I need. It is. I'm also going to cut at the same time a white circle. Maybe I'll do it on the top here this time. Okay. Just Just gonna put it there. Because I need that for my sentiment on the front of the card. Let me make sure. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Had to make sure it was in the right place. The right side of the card. And it is. And while I have the cut and emboss up here, I'm going to emboss a layer of basic white with the beautiful Birchwood embossing folder. So that's another one of those 3D embossing folders. And I just love to watch these papers emboss. So I'm just going to stick this, let's see, where do I want it? Where do I want it? That's good. Oops. Put the specialty plate over it. This will be the last time I think we need this booger tonight. Okay. So now we have this for our sentiment, and this we can use on something else. And now I'm going to take and stamp before I adhere this together, because I forgot to do that last night on mystery stamping. I didn't stamp until I had the card all put together. So we are going to stamp Thinking of You Always on the inside. This is using the Winterly Treetops stamp set. Let's see, I need to look at my birds. Okay. I'll stamp about right there. Had to look at where my birds were going to go over the window. To figure out where my sentiment needed to go. All right, so remember we had a couple pieces of designer series paper, so this square is going to go on the inside because that's what we're going to see through our window. So we're going to take and, whoops, glue that in place. Oh, this pumpkin shirt is a little too warm in here with all my lights on because it's fake fall. If it was real fall, it wouldn't be warm in here, but it's fake fall, so it's warm in here. All right, let's see, what do we need next? I need a piece of our tear and tape, which is right in front of me somewhere and I don't see it. It's right here. I told you it was right in front of me. I am going to put tear and tape down this tab, which is going to connect to the base of the card. I like to use tear and tape when we have moving parts because it's nice and strong. And I'm just going to kind of hold it in place and stick it straight back, oops, on our card and secure it in place. Now I'm going to just take and fold it and hold it down. So now you can see how the mechanism works. So you open the card and it pops up the square. How fun is that? Super fun. Okay, so on the inside, I have a piece of basic white to go here, which is where you can write your message or greeting to whoever it's receiving this cool card. It's right there. And then our birds are going to be secured with some glue dots. So I'm kind of just looking at, it's going to kind of go over the window. I hear you, Clover. You can't come in here and eat paper. So I'm just adding glue dots to all the places that will need to be secured. Okay. All along the edges. So I just want to make sure, yeah, that's good. So how cool is that? Isn't that cute how the birds are just sitting over the window? I think it's super fun. I'm going to add this piece to our card front. Ooh. Nothing like sliding your whole card layer around. Okay, good thing about liquid glue is it's forgiving. You might make a mess, but it's also forgiving. We've got a little strip that's going to go over on the side. Almost done with this cute card. And then we are going to stamp our sentiment. I got something on it last night too. Let's just be a mess. Okay, our sentiment that we're going to use is sending thanks and much love. So I'm going to stamp that in basic gray. And then we are going to pop the sentiment up on dimensionals. Let's see. Almost done. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow, and I don't have it linked in here, but you can find it on my business page. So if the same page that you're on right now, if you just go a few posts down, you'll see my ordering window for my custom made with love by your name here is available for order through tomorrow. So I'm selling these. I have someone make the stamp. So this is a design. I designed the stamp. And I have someone make them for me to offer them to you. And it will come on a block like this. And like I showed you, this is kind of what it looks like. And you can have one with your own name on it. It's $15 per stamp. And then you can... either if you're local, then there's no shipping. If you are not local, then there is a little bit of shipping depending on how many stamps you order. You might want to order a stamp for a friend for a Christmas gift, or maybe some for your team members for a Christmas gift. They make great Christmas gifts, and they're a lot of fun. So if that's something that you're interested in, tomorrow that window closes and I will be finishing up the work on those to get them ordered and in, and they should ship out to everyone close to November 9th, I think. Okay, so I'm adding this bird that I had cut out. Gotta take the back off the dimensional if you want it to stick. I love these little birds in the winterly treetops or the winter woods paper. I think it is currently out of stock. I checked earlier today. I was hoping it was going to come back in stock. and it had not. Just securing its little head there. But you might already have it, and now you can have another idea, and you can, when it comes back in stock, be ready to order it, because it's really pretty. The paper is really pretty. I do not need this much. I'm doing a little bow, again, of course. A bow. A double bow. I struggled with this one last night too, didn't I? I'm trying to get a third week out of my fingernails, and I just think they're too long. I think that's what it is. I can't handle long nails. I usually get them done every 2 weeks, and they're so funny at the nail salon. The guy that does my nails, he always wants me to grow them, to make them longer, but he knows that I can't stand, so he jokes with me. He's like, keep them long, right? Because he knows that's not what I want to do. Okay. So I have a bow. Just gonna, let's see, add it here. So cute. And then we just have to finish it off with a little bit of bling. So these are the Earth Tone Shimmer Gems, which are super pretty. I'm just gonna add, oops, some there, a big one. And let's see, we're gonna put this one different. It's a little different bird layout, so I'm gonna put it over there. Okay, so there is our fun fold card. This card base is the Summer Splash, and you might not have pictured it with this paper. This is Pool Party in here, and I didn't have 12 by 12 Pool Party, but it worked really well with the Summer Splash, and I think it looks pretty pulling some of these greens out of the pine boughs. So there you go. So here are your projects for tonight. Let's see, you've got your little fun Christmas 3D. We had our little sign, and we had our fun sparkly pink Christmas card. So there are the fun projects that we made tonight, and you can get all the supplies, the paper, ribbon, the die cut pieces and everything, the designer series paper, all those things, to make all 4 of these projects with a $40 order using the host code that is in the video description below. So if you're watching this on the Facebook replay or watching it on YouTube, the special for these projects goes through next Monday. So today is the 22nd, right? So Monday, I think, is the 28th. So that ordering special for this kit goes through Monday the 28th. So which one was your favorite card or project? Was it the Pretty in Pink snowy Christmas card? Was it the Fall is the Best Season cute little wood sign card? The Sending Thanks and Much Love box card? See that? So cool. Or this fun little Christmas tree 3D Velcro pocket. I'll even send you the Velcro dot for this when you order, so that you can make this for someone for Christmas. It's really sturdy with the Glimmer paper, so that's really cool that it's just really sturdy. And look how sparkly it is. So pretty. Which ones are your favorites? Let's see in the comments. What are you saying? Let's see. Karen's favorite was the tree. Kathy's is the Pretty in Pink card. Okay. Carol likes the Sending Thanks. All right. So maybe a few different ones. Chris likes the Sending Thanks Fun Fold card as well. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys like them. And if I can help you at all with placing your qualifying order this week or ordering your custom stamp, let me know. The stamp deadline is tomorrow. Sherry, are you hopping on at the end? So you're going to have to watch the replay again? You'll get to watch them. You'll get to watch it on the replay. I'm just as fun on replay as I am in real life. So at the right time. All right, guys, you have a great night. And don't forget, we're still having our kit sale up to 30% off. And all of our Close to My Heart products, while supplies last, are 30% off. So if you need inserts for your scrapbooks, maybe even an album, but all the protective inserts, they are all 30% off. That's such a great deal. There's some fun papers and stuff. So make sure you check those out. Again, like a broken record, link in the video description. So thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you later. Have a great night and enjoy, if you're in Florida, the rest of fun fall while it's here. It's already dissipating. And for those of you in the more northern states where you're getting fun fall, I'm jealous. All right. Have a great night. Good night. Bye.